Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of our Best of Disney World attraction series. Today we are taking a trip over to EPCOT and we're going to give you our 5 favorite attractions at EPCOT. Now just like the Magic Kingdom video, these are in no particular order, so these will not be ranked. And let's kick it off with one of our favorites, Soarin'. Now Soarin's an attraction that has gone through some changes over the years. It started as Soarin' over California, now it's Soarin' over the world, where they take you to all these different landmarks around the world. And even though this is an attraction that has changed a little bit over the years, I still love the general concept of Soarin', all the different sights you get to see, the smells you get to smell on the ride as well. And I just love everything about it, including Patrick Warburton, who is the captain, Soarin' at Tower.
Yeah.
So Soarin' is just such a fun ride, and the smells, I think, are my favorite part.
And I feel like it's such a unique ride too. If you know how the ride works and you sit on the seats and it brings you up to this big screen, there's no other attraction like it in Epcot or really in any other park that I could think of. It's very unique, and I just love how it works, and like Matt said, the smells, and you get to see all different places over the world. It's really cool.
Yeah, the smells, like I said, are my favorite. Like, I love when you go over the orange groves and you smell the oranges. When you're over Fiji and you smell that too. Like, there's just so many cool elements that they incorporate into the ride, and I think it just really adds to the whole ride experience too.
And it really makes you feel like you're hang gliding, which is kind of cool because that's something I would never do in real life. But it really gives you the opportunity to kind of like feel what it would feel like.
Right. And I feel like the new version is like definitely more intense than Soarin' over California was. Like Soarin' over California, there was really no transitions from scene to scene. Now they have like all these different things that happen that take you to the next area. Like, you know, the elephant kicks the dust up, or the whale jumps out, or the plane comes down. So like there's kind of like a slight thrill aspect to it too.
There is,
so if you're afraid of heights, like you'll feel like a little bit of that, which is cool too.
Yeah.
The only negative for Soarin' though, especially in like the new version, is you have to sit in the middle.
Right.
Otherwise you get that slanted Eiffel Tower and the slanted, you know, buildings, Taj Mahal, all that stuff. So you have to sit in the middle.
And another thing I would say also is I think that they can do something a lot more with the queue.
Yeah.
Soarin's queue, there's not really much to it, and it could be kind of boring if you're waiting a long time. So I feel like they could take the opportunity to maybe spruce that up a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than those two things, we love the ride.
True. Yeah, the Soarin' queue kind of is pretty bland. Like it's this huge, like industrial looking queue. And my favorite part is like the safety video, which is great. But yeah, you're right. I think they could definitely use like an upgrade on the queue. The next attraction on our list is my personal favorite attraction at Epcot, and that is the Gran Fiesta Tour starring the 3 Caballeros. I love this ride. I know it's kind of tucked away and it's usually, you know, no wait at all and you walk right on, but I just love everything about it. I love the music. I love the Mexico Pavilion. I love that you have to go into the pavilion to kind of get on the ride. So the second you walk inside, you kind of get that vibe already, and you're already like immersed in the culture, and then the ride just kind of brings you on another journey as far as culture goes. But I just love the 3 Caballeros. Like, they're just so fun. And the song is so catchy. And it's like in your head the entire rest of the day.
I was going to say, afterwards, we're singing it all day long after we go on it.
Yeah. And like the one thing that I really love about it is it's just like a nice, easy boat ride. And those are some of my favorite attractions in Walt Disney World. Disney is very, you know, go, go, go. And you guys know if you've been there before. So to kind of take a few minutes to just sit back and unwind is just great. Yeah. And you get that Disney water smell, which is something that I love too. But you love Gran Fiesta Tour.
Oh, I love it. I think my favorite part is the song because I'm singing it all day afterwards. But I also really love the 3 Caballeros too. We love those characters. They're just so like fun, and like Matt said, I feel like that's one of the rides that we'll first go on when we get to Epcot, or like the first day that we arrive in Orlando and we go to Epcot. That's always like one of the first ones we do, because in another video we've said like we're so tired sometimes when we go on it. But yeah, we both enjoy it so much, and I really hope that they don't touch it. There's been rumors in the past that maybe they'll convert it to like Coco.
I think it's just a matter of time, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be cool to be Coco, but we just love the 3 Caballeros so much, so it would be sad for us.
It would be sad for it to go, but me personally, like I would definitely welcome Coco.
Yeah,
and
we
I
love
think
that movie.
and I think as far as like fitting the culture And like
It would be
Coco,
perfect.
Coco did so much for the Mexican culture and brought so much, spotlight onto it. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
So although I would definitely be sad to see Gran Fiesta Tour go,
Yeah.
as long as they kept it a boat ride and kind of kept the same general concept and of course, themed it to Coco, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
I think Coco would be a great fit, but you're right. I would definitely miss our pals, Donald, Jose, and Panchito.
Yes. And speaking of boat tours, our other favorite in Epcot is Living with the Land. Now that might be surprising for some people, but we absolutely love it. We go on it every time we're in Epcot.
Sometimes multiple times in a day.
We love just like sitting back and looking in like the greenhouse and all the like vegetables and everything that they grow there. It's really fascinating, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've even done the behind the scenes tour, which was pretty cool. But really, we just love the ride.
Yeah, it's really cool. And, if you're an Epcot fan and you love, like, the food festivals there, they have, like, during Food and Wine Festival or Flower and Garden, they'll put, like, little notes next to some of the things that they're growing, and it'll be like, as seen in this dish. So like you actually get to see where some of like the produce and vegetables are coming from, which I think is really cool. And like Alex said, it's a relaxing boat ride. It's educational. It's really a good ride to take kids on because they really get a sense of like where things come from, how certain things are grown. And then there's just like, I like how there's different rooms, like you go into the room that has like the animatronics with the little rooster in the house and it's raining.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like all that part. And then you go into the greenhouse where you see all of, everything that's growing.
Yeah.
And I always love that they have like really cool like Mickey. Like
they have hidden Mickeys a lot, so keep your eye open when you go on it.
Yeah, and then you go into the next room, which is that like reddish orange room where they have the fish.
Yeah.
Which is cool too. And then you go back into another greenhouse. So they change the scenery up, and it's just a nice way to kind of spend 10 or so minutes, take a breather, kind of relax, break your day up, get inside in some air conditioning, and just kind of sit down and enjoy for a little bit, and you learn something too.
Yeah.
Now, this is the next attraction on the list I was hesitant about when it came in because I was a fan of what was there before. I loved Maelstrom, and when Frozen came in, I was like, oh no, like, I was one of those people that were mad that an IP was coming in. I'll admit it. But now that the attraction is there and just seeing how cool the animatronics are and what they did with their faces and the fluidity of their movements, it's a really cool attraction.
Yeah.
And it definitely makes our list of our favorites at Epcot.
Yeah, and I also really like that it's the same track as Maelstrom. So the boat ride is basically the same.
Yeah.
It's the same track, so it's what we're used to, but just the way that they incorporated the Frozen characters and like Matt said, the animatronics are amazing.
Yeah.
It's just cool to see the progression of Disney Imagineering and where they've gone.
Yeah. And it was cool too to see like what they did with an existing track.
Right, yeah.
So and we've seen that before, like we've seen that with Runaway Railway, although they didn't obviously use the same exact track and everything. They kept the same show building in the lobby. So it's cool to see like when they, have an existing structure, how do they change it? And that's going to be like Splash Mountain too when that gets rethemed. But yeah, Frozen is really cool. We love the Frozen movies.
Yeah.
So I was, like I said, hesitant that Maelstrom was going away because I like that culture aspect of it. That's why I love Gran Fiesta Tour. That's why Maelstrom was great because you learned about Norway and everything. But Frozen is, another way for like the younger generation to kind of connect to it more. So I understand why they made that change. But like Alex said, Frozen is a really fun ride. It still has the part where you go backwards, which was my favorite part of like the Maelstrom thing. And the animatronics are really cool. Like that scene where you see Olaf, like the way he moves, you would think it was, really Olaf right there, like off of the screen in front of you in 3D form.
And it's cute when you go on it to see the kids' reactions too, because they are so excited. Like when Elsa starts singing Let It Go and then you go backwards, like it's awesome.
Yeah, and the queue is really cool too.
Yeah,
you go
that's
inside,
another thing.
They have Wander and Oaken's sauna where it kind of fogs up and you can see him. It's cool. So all in all, I like the queue once you get inside. It's the same ride structure as Maelstrom, which I was a fan of. And the Imagineers did an amazing job with the animatronics, which is really cool. So Frozen makes the list as well.
And last on our list is Spaceship Earth. Now, this is an attraction that Matt and I ride almost every time we go to Epcot. We make it a priority because it's one of our favorites. And I like it for a variety of different reasons. I remember riding this ride as a child, so it brings a lot of memories to me. It also, I just love the history of it. It brings you through like the story of the world and brings you through different time eras. I also like that it's kind of like a slow moving dark ride. So if you're not really in the mood to ride anything too crazy, then this is a ride that you'll like. And it's a ride that everybody can ride, no matter how old or how young. I also really like the animatronics in it. And Matt and I love the little ending part that they added in where, you know, it takes your picture and you can kind of choose the different lifestyles and it kind of makes your own little story. So I think that's a nice little personalized touch. Now, I was a little bit upset when they said that they are going to be changing it. And I know change is inevitable, and I'm sure it's going to be great. But I was upset because I do love Spaceship Earth. What about you?
Yeah, I love Spaceship Earth for a number of reasons. Of course, it is the park icon for EPCOT, so it's literally the first thing you see when you walk into the park, so how could it not be on our list of top attractions? I also love the historical element of it, like you said. I like that it takes you through the different time periods. You kind of get to see the evolution of the world. And the animatronics are really cool, and depending on the lighting that is used in that particular scene, the animatronics can look really real, even though they're, you know, a number of years old at this point. So Spaceship Earth is just classic. It's educational. It's a fun ride. It's long. It's a great way to kind of get in some air conditioning and relax a little bit after walking around World Showcase. It definitely is due for an upgrade, and we know that's going to be coming at some point. And I think it'll be good because, you know, you'll get some new fresh scenes and some little bit of updating that's definitely overdue for Spaceship Earth. And it's just a really, really great time. So Spaceship Earth is not my favorite attraction at EPCOT, but it's definitely one of my favorite attractions. Those are our 5 favorite attractions at EPCOT as of right now. Our list changed quite a bit, but this was our list as of today. I know there might be a couple surprises on there. You guys didn't include Test Track. We're not big Test Track fans.
Yeah.
We love the old Test Track.
Right.
But the new one, not so much. I'd rather go on, you know, Gran Fiesta Tour or the Land or whatever, which, you know, some of you might agree with or disagree with. And that's why we make videos like this. So let us know down in the comments below, what are your favorite attractions at EPCOT? What are the rides that you have to go on every single time you go? Otherwise, your trip won't be complete. We want to hear what your list is in the comments. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. It really helps us out. And if you're new here and if you're a Disney fan, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. And with that being said, we'll see you next time for our favorite Hollywood Studios attractions.